What is going on, people? It is Oink here, and I'm bringing you a game of firing range on Demolition. And I'm going to be bringing you more of the stakeout with the grip, as in the last video. So yeah, I've been really enjoying using this gun, and I've actually been doing some pretty nice games as well as this is going to be right here. So I mean, for anyone who hasn't tried this gun, I'm seriously suggesting just to give this gun a shot. Just don't just sort of just run in there and expect to do well. You have to concentrate. You have to try. You have to know kind of when is the right opportunity to use it. I wouldn't suggest using it on an open map or an objective map where the objectives are sort of across wide open spaces, because you will get totally fucked over. But other than that, I mean, if it's a close quarters map or a team deathmatch where you can stay on the edges of the map and stay sort of sneaking around, then just go for it. Just have a good time. Just try and enjoy yourself with it, and I think that's what this is all about, really. I mean, I could go 10 and 5 and still have a really good time. It doesn't really matter what your final score is, but if you've had a good time, then you haven't lost out, have you? You haven't, unless you're some kind of stats whore, I guess. But I'm not exactly a stats whore, so I don't really care. But anyway, so yeah, if you haven't tried this gun, give it a try, and I'm sure you'll like it. But other than that, I'll talk about the gameplay real quick. So it's a Demolition, as I said. We start off defending here. I get a nice early defuse, and I get heavily criticised for it, and my whole team's like, what are you doing? Because we like to, we like to manipulate the game a little bit, as I'm sure a lot of you do. And you get a team which isn't that great from previous rounds, and you think, let's go for some nice scores here, and so you let them plant one bomb. So you still win the round, but you get longer time, and then in the round when you're attacking, you plant one bomb, and then you let them win the round, and then you got an overtime round, and you basically drag out as long as possible and get as many kills as you can. And so I hadn't realised that we were going to sort of do that, so they were like, oh, they're not even going to plant it now, these guys are terrible. And fortunately, you'll see they do actually plant it again, but there's a little twist in the tail right at the end, and I'm not going to spoil it because it's quite a fun game. I mean, this first round actually, it's not amazing. I mean, I think I end up going maybe something around 20 to 15 or something, really not that good at all, and I'm not suggesting that it is good in any way. But the second round, believe me, you will be amazed. It is. I can't even explain it. It is just pure rape. It is horrible. What I do to these kids is I should be I don't know. It's just not. It's not even funny. I feel so sorry for these guys. But yeah, as you can see, they get a plant down just as the round was ending there, which is pretty lucky for me, because I was trying to avoid all of the flak and stick that I was getting from these guys. But yeah, that turned out pretty nicely for me. So we get the time extend and continue to get a few things going. I think just at the end of this round, I do start to build up a little kill streak. Maybe I can't quite remember, but like I said, this first round isn't particularly brilliant. The second round is ridiculous. So I've got a few other things to talk about. I'm sure I'll come back to the gameplay in a bit, but I've just done, I mean, in terms of Gran Turismo videos, episode 2 is done. I've finished it now. Episode 3 I've got a good idea for. I'm going to be working on that soon, but it's rolling out. I'm getting more into the flow of these Gran Turismo videos, and at least episode 2 is less technical. I know you guys liked the whole visual aspect and how I went really in depth last time. This next one, I talk more about tips rather than the technicalities of things, but I'm sure you'll like it. I've got something a bit more special planned for it though, so I'm not going to release it just yet. So if you guys are waiting for that, just be a bit more patient. I don't know if this is going to work, but if it works, it will be amazing. It will be super insanely cool. If it doesn't, I'll just release it anyway, and you guys probably won't know what I'm talking about. But just don't worry about it. I've got that sorted. That will be coming. You know, I'll give it. I don't know. I'll give it a few weeks. I know that seems quite a long time, but for what I'm planning, I need to give it a little bit of time here. So just bear with me there. Just know that it's done, and I'm pleased with the video. And generally, if I'm not pleased with the video, I'll redo it, so you can know that it's got good production value there. And I'll be working on episode 3, so as soon as episode 2 does come out, I can bring out episode 3 for you as well, so that there's no more waiting on that one. And I'll tell you what they're about actually. Episode 2 is, oh god, what is it? Oh my days, I can't even. I'll tell you what episode 3 is, and hopefully, oh, I remember that. Episode 2 is on NASCAR. So I know a lot of people have been having a bit of trouble with NASCAR, so I thought I'd do, you know, a whole bit on, you know, how to do well in NASCAR and of settings, and again, I've got my tuning shot bit at the end that I put in my last video. Got a bit of feedback on that, and that was positive, so I've put that back in at the end there. Episode 3 is going to be actually a track walkthrough, so I'm going to be going in depth on how to do a particular track. The track that I've chosen is Laguna Seca. It's a pretty famous track, and it's really technical. It's got a lot of there's no barriers, so you've got to watch out coming around the corners. If you go too fast, you end up in the sand. And got some really nice corner in there that I want to, you know, walk you through. Talk about speeds and lines and that kind of thing. So I hope you'll enjoy that one. But yeah, that's where I'm at with Gran Turismo. Actually, I've been playing a bit this morning. I'm recording this on the Friday. And yeah, I've been having a nice time today. Actually, there was some more cars in the used car online garage thingy, and there was one that I've been looking for desperately for ages. It does cost 14 million slightly, but I'm looking to save up for that one anyway. There's an alternative car that I can use, which I want it for, which I'm going to be unlocking hopefully later on today if I get round to it, or if I get there. The other cool thing was I did another endurance race, which was actually pretty fun. I liked it. It was on a real interesting track, and it was only about 2 hours, so it wasn't too tiring or anything, but I got that done. And then I checked up on the they have these, like, I don't know if for those of you who don't play Gran Turismo, you know how they have contracts in this game, and they update them like every day or however, I'm not sure, maybe every half day, every 24 hours they get updated and there's new contracts. Well, in Gran Turismo they got things called seasonal events, and I think it's every month and maybe about that, maybe every month and a half, they add a new set of races, time trials and drift challenges, I think they're called, to the list. So you've got more stuff, and they give you a ton of XP and prize money. So a new set of them came out. I'm pretty sure it'll be today, maybe yesterday. I haven't been on for a day or two, so I don't know, but recently. And so I've just been doing them, and, you know, building up, getting up a level and that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's been pretty fun for me. So anyway, going back to the gameplay, let's get back to that one. I went off on a long Gran Turismo talk there, so sorry for any of you who aren't particularly interested in Gran Turismo, but I hope you've been enjoying the gameplay, because as you can see it's now round 2, and I have been quite raping them. If you get them in this spawn back on Demolition, it is horrid. You can just absolutely destroy them. Like, it is so unfair. It doesn't even switch to spawn, barely. Like, you'd have to have your whole team in that building before they even move, and then they just pretty much move back here, and you can just run and get them, and they switch right back to the corner again, and it's just so unfair. So I've called my dogs in, and I call in my chopper gunner here, and I do some work with this chopper gunner. I'm not gonna lie, I get quite a few kills, but that's not to say like I didn't get that many kills with my shotgun. I got a pretty fat amount of kills with my shotty, and these guys just keep running out of me. What the fuck are they doing? But yeah, this is a pretty high scoring game, and it would have been even better had something not happened, which you'll see soon enough. And I was really pissed off at this happening, because I could, well, alright, I'll go on to tell you guys, because it's probably going to happen in a second. Well, once I get out of this chopper, I go on an absolutely mad shotgun spree, and I pick up my second chopper gunner and Blackbird, and I'm just about to call in my dogs, and I realise that someone's planted the bomb, and that's the last bomb to end the round. All right, so I'm on 70, or we'll see. So I called in my Blackbird here, and all these guys are around me. I was like, oh shit. So I kill like 2 or 3 of them, starting to build up my next kill streak here. And then we push them back into the corner again. I reload the shotty and just literally charge at them here. And most of them are pretty oblivious to me. And I get a nice little quad feed there. Oh, it ends up being a triple feed because of fucking Captain Clergy wanker. I'm joking. But yeah, I just continue to rape them in their spawn here. And I'm like, calling my chopper gunner, and then I'm like, oh shit, no, the bomb was planted, there's 2 seconds left. If we had gone off and let that bomb just go, ended the round, would have gone into overtime. Look at that, I would have got my dogs again, I'm sure. And 71-16, alright, with a whole nother round, and a chopper gunner, and the dogs. Like, what the fuck, man? That could easily have been a 100 kill game with the fucking stakeout. I was like, no, you wanker. I literally got so angry at him. Oh, man. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll check you guys later. I still got a bit of a cold, so sorry for, like, sniffling into the mic if you've been hearing that. But anyway, catch you later.